Keep that on a loop.
I will. Somebody's in here making us stink. So I've got to keep the incense going.
Why you gotta call me out like that?
Well, I mean, we started it and you were like, I'm going to need you to keep that going. I'm going to run out.
No, look at that bucket over there. No, the hell you're not. What is that animal familiar?
I got that at the witch store. I got 2. I got animal familiar with a little, like, it's got a little incantation about, it says, spirit, friend, and earthly guise, guide my soul and be my eyes. And then I got clean house for, like...
Do they smell nice?
They do smell nice. This one smells just, like, kind of like clean. It just smells like, kind of like soap. And this one has more of just, like, a traditional incense smell.
Is it supposed to bring your familiar to you? Because you've got a plethora of those.
No, I think it's to create and strengthen the connection to your animal familiar.
Okay.
And then this one, of course, is just to banish all evil from your home or from the home of another with the little incantation on the back.
I fear that
So, they had a lot of them, but these were the 2 that I was, like, most comfortable with purchasing, because the rest of them were, like, a little more serious than what I like to get into. I consider myself, like, magic light.
Diet
magic. Yeah, I'm not. Why are they like greasy? The little baggies are like greasy.
If on the subject of familiars, if in fact my dog is my familiar, for specifically Loki, because he is Mama's baby,
right?
I fear that my familiar is not really smart.
Mine is questionable sometimes. I feel like Amara is quite a smart cat, but she also sometimes there is no thoughts. Like I posted a TikTok
of the tail
of it's tail, no thoughts, only tail.
Yeah.
Because she will sit in here or anywhere, really. Mostly in here. Sometimes it's in the bedroom, but like if I'm in here scrapbooking or doing whatever kind of craft, she'll be in here on this rug just flipping and doing little turns, playing with her own self, twitching her little tail at herself, and she'll look over her little shoulder at her little tail that she's twitching at herself and chase her tail for like at least 30 to 45 minutes. Like, I love that she can keep herself occupied.
Exactly. People look for that in children.
Exactly. And then, like, sometimes she'll bring me her ratty little beaver and meow and want to be told that she's a good girl and a good hunter. But yeah, sometimes that is like me and that cat can just like lock eyes and be like, yeah, we know what the other one's thinking. And sometimes I'm just like, there is not a thought behind those eyes.
I mean, like, so Loki and I cannot like connect and like know, I can't figure out what he's thinking 99.9% of the time. I don't think that there's a whole lot going on in there.
Yeah.
However, it's just mom. That's all it is. Like, that's all he thinks about is mom.
That's a little cat. There's no thoughts, only mom.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that's the case.
I hate everyone in this house.
Well, like, Ellie couldn't be my familiar because she is, like, she's the family dog. She loves TJ. Mm-hmm. And she, like, assumes the role of, I'm going to bark every 5 seconds every time somebody breathes when he's not home.
Yeah.
However,
that's another reason. Like, not only is it like the top of the list that I'm allergic, but like the noise level of a dog, and like I like having a dog feels too much like having an actual child.
It is a lot.
Because like I don't want to get up and take them outside.
Right. Well,
but
she doesn't cuddle with anyone really.
Yeah.
Now, if we allow them to stay out of their kennels at night and sleep in the bed, she will start in her kennel with the door open, but eventually somewhere throughout the night she will make it to the bed, and 99.9% of the time she's going to lay across my legs. She's not going to cuddle with him at all. But I also think that that's partly because during the day her primary spot to lay is on that spot of the bed.
Yeah.
But I don't think she'd be mine. Bowser, the bearded dragon, he likes TJ more than he likes anybody else.
Yeah.
Nola hates everyone. Yeah. Like she wants to get out, she wants to crawl, but she doesn't care who it's on.
Yeah.
But she's also gonna get sassy and try and bite you when you try to get her out.
I was gonna say, well, it ain't gonna be me. I ain't hanging around with the lizards.
Well, I found somebody to come and dog sit while we're in Clearwater.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, do I have to do anything with the lizards? And I'm like, no, they'll be fine for the weekend.
Yeah.
They're going to be A-okay. We will overfeed them before we leave, and they'll be good.
Yeah.
The lights are on the timer. She's like, okay, cool, good. So she's going to come and stay at the house, I guess, while we're gone.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, take care of the dogs. It's a hell of a lot cheaper. I'd looked into like a kennel place.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a doggy bed and breakfast type deal. Yeah. And it seems like a really good facility.
Yeah.
It seems like they actually care for the dogs.
I do work for a local one all the time, but they're currently full up. Their kennels are full.
One. It might. I'll ask you about it later. Okay. But it was quite expensive.
Yeah.
For my two dogs, for them to be sharing a kennel for the night, because it's like a big area for them to be in, for them to share one because they come from the same household, was $70 a day. I'm going to have to pay for the day before we leave and the day after.
Yeah.
Because there's only a certain period of time that I can drop off and pick up. So I would have to, it would be we're leaving out at like
it would essentially be like 2 extra nights that aren't necessary just because of the drop-off schedule. Yeah.
So it was going to be quite expensive.
Yeah.
It was like,
because I was like, $70 a day really isn't that bad. No. But then if you factor in 2 additional unnecessary days,
it was like $420.
Yeah. That's kind of, that's a lot. I get why people do that, but also too, like, because I think my parents did that once, and like the dog, like Gus was miserable, and like because that was when they had Gus and Buddy, and like neither of them really wanted to eat. They were both just really bummed out.
In a new place,
exactly.
And if they're not accustomed to being around other dogs, that also stresses them out. Which my dogs aren't necessarily comfortable with it. It bothers Ellie more than it bothers Loki.
Yeah.
Ellie is not a fan of other dogs.
Yeah.
But she's a fan of people. Loki is not a fan of people, but is a huge fan of other dogs.
Yeah.
So the couple of times that he's gone with my niece, who did at one point work at like a doggy daycare type place, she'd let them go into what we refer to as Gen Pop. And Ellie hated it. Logie was living his best life.
Yeah.
So I do think that it might stress Ellie out, but from what this website said is that they spend one-on-one time with them also.
Yeah.
I could pay a little bit of extra money for them to go on extra one-on-one walks.
Yeah.
And I thought it would be a good facility. And honestly, in a pinch, if I've got to at some point, then I'll use these people.
But yeah, it can be very expensive.
Yeah. But this person is much cheaper, and it's a family friend, and I trust her. She's great.
And they get to stay in their own house.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, what are we doing this week?
Well, it is Happy Thanksgiving tomorrow.
Okay.
Because
if that's the thing you observe,
this will come out. Yeah. If you're just getting together to eat, like happy eating day. Happy Stretchy Pants Day.
If you're not American, it's another Thursday.
That is true.
Happy Thursday.
But I don't know. Eat a piece of turkey for me or something.
Do we think I can eat turkey? I haven't tried it.
Maybe. I don't know. But we're gonna try and we are both very tired, so this may not last very long.
It may also play in and be a good deal.
Yeah, it could be good. But we are going to try our hand at some more story prompts, but these are going to be more like Thanksgiving or holiday dinner themed.
Thank you for moving your phone so it's less Mr. Wilson, Neighbor Wilson.
Okay, here's a good one. So the first one I read was like Black Friday is the one day of the year where the devil makes selling your soul a good thing, although there are some bizarre terms and conditions. And while I think that would be a very good one, I feel like that might be a little bit more involved than but here is one. Set your story during a Thanksgiving parade. Or write about someone whose turkey recipe is to die for. Literally. A potluck gone wrong.
I could play into that. Because you can't eat from everybody's kitchens.
Exactly. Let's do that one. Let's do a potluck gone wrong. A Thanksgiving potluck gone wrong.
Okay.
I'll let you start.
Oh, hateful. All right, do we want to play this as like a company potluck or a Friendsgiving?
I like the idea of a company potluck.
Okay. Let me get into character for a second. I don't need to do my vocal warm-ups because we've been recording all night.
Yeah. In fact, my throat kind of hurts.
Right.
A bit.
Okay, so a lady named Rebecca. I don't know where that came from, but it was there. A lady named Rebecca works for a marketing company. And it is a very high-to-do, profitable marketing company. And, you know, it's about that time of year. Thanksgiving's rolling around, and the boss man says it is getting quite...
I was going to say, it's getting quite smoky in here.
The boss man says, let's celebrate. Let's do a Thanksgiving potluck kind of situation so that we can all celebrate and give thanks, and you know, we'll have a good time with it. So everybody bring a dish, and we'll eat good on Wednesday because obviously everybody's going to be off work on Thursday.
Good eating.
So Wednesday rolls around and Rebecca shows up, and she's brought her white people broccoli and cheese casserole.
Yeah.
And so she takes it over to the table in the little kitchen area to you know, put it with everybody else's food. Mm-hmm. Okay. Your turn.
She glances at the rest of the table and notices some very strange dishes. Couple of mystery items with just marshmallows on top to probably hide a monstrosity underneath. A dressing that looks dry. You know the type. Some good looking mac and cheese, and she knows exactly who in the office made it. And then her coworker, we'll call her Sylvia. I don't know why. Rebecca and Sylvia. Sylvia says, "Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you brought that. It looks so good. I can't wait to dig in." And Rebecca says, "What did you bring?" "Oh, just an old family recipe." "Well, what's in it?" "Well, I can't tell you what's in it. It's a family secret, but you'll love it. It's got cheese in it." So Rebecca said, "Can't wait." Because, can't eat out of everybody's kitchens. So here it comes lunchtime, and everybody's getting ready to dig in to this buffet.
Okay. Hello, Willow.
Willow.
She's fine.
She's in the blasting zone. And that one sleeps next to my face.
She's fine.
So I cannot have her smelling like farts. Anyway. They're tucking in everybody's starting to line up and get their plate.
She's tickling my back.
So now I'll give it back to you.
So the line starts to form. And Rebecca's about third or fourth in the line. And as she starts going down the line, she's getting a spoonful of this, a spoonful of that, and she makes it to the mystery dish with the marshmallows on top. She thinks for sure, although it looks a little questionable, that it's for sure got to be like sweet potatoes, candied yams, something along those lines, which personally is one of my favorite Thanksgiving treats.
Really?
Yeah, girl. Made right? Hell yeah. So she digs into that. However, almost immediately notices that she's the first out of the line to dig into it. And then she's like, oh, well, maybe these people just don't feel like having the diarrhea that it's going to cause later on today.
Yeah.
So she goes on about it, spoons it off into her plate, and realizes that this is not, in fact, sweet potatoes. Because sweet potatoes are usually like orange.
Yeah.
And this is very much so not orange. It's honestly kind of green. I don't know where I'm going with that. I'm going to be real. So then she's like, maybe it's, just something different. It's something I've never heard of. We're just going to try it anyway. We'll go on.
Maybe an ambrosia salad or something.
Girl, what in the
You don't know what an ambrosia salad is?
I do, but I ain't never seen an ambrosia salad resemble anything to look like candied yams.
No. I mean, it's got marshmallows and it's green.
Yeah, but...
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Okay,
it's
never
goopy,
mind.
like...
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, she continues on down the line. She says, listen, I'm going to be nice and I'm going to get some of this dry-ass dressing. Okay?
Yeah.
So she forks that off into her plate. However, as she's like putting the utensil down into it, it hits something hard. Mm-hmm. And she thought, I'm just going to go ahead and put this in my plate. We're just going to move it around the plate to make it look like we did something with it. And then we're just going to move on. Okay?
Yeah.
She keeps going on down. The next thing she grabs is some turkey. While it looks like, yes, it is somewhat seasoned, it is remarkably also dry.
That's just a bunch of white people in this office.
So she says, you know what? It looks seasoned. We can try it. I do see on down the line that there's like some Miracle Whip, some Worcestershire sauce. We'll just throw a little bit of that on top.
Miracle Whip.
Listen, that's what my family does. We white. Okay. We'll just throw something like that on top of it. It'd be fine.
Yeah. Is there gravy at this pile?
Maybe. She ain't made it down all the way down there yet. Next thing she puts her utensil in to dip off into her plate is some mashed potatoes. They look like they're homemade, not instant, not the Bob Evans pop into the microwave.
I ain't even gonna lie to tell you, I love instant potatoes.
They are good, but for something like this, you can't be doing that.
Yeah,
it ain't the Bob Evans kind that you just pop into. I would take
the time to make actual potatoes.
But she puts a big dollop of that on her plate. However, notices that as it hits the plate, there's a massive ass hair in it. And she's like, great, can't eat that either. I'm going to be real hungry today. She finally makes it down to the desserts, and she's like, hell yeah, pumpkin pie. She cuts off a piece. That's the only thing that looks like it's going to be the shit. Okay?
It looks store-bought.
That's not where I was going.
It looks store-bought.
Girl, what is you doing?
This is what she does. She's ready for bed, so she's like climbing around on the furniture, being a menace.
My shit?
She's like, no. I'm gonna knock all this shit in the floor.
This pumpkin pie, she thinks looks like it's gonna slap.
Yeah.
So she's excited. She gets her a pretty decent sized piece because, can we drop the F-bomb?
Sure.
Because fuck everybody else. And then that's about all in the desserts that she finds that she might like. So she just goes on about her day. She takes her plate back to her desk, sits down to eat.
Yep.
Pass it off to you.
As she's poking around at this concoction she has provided herself on her plate, she starts to poke at the dry dressing, just so, get a little taste of it. And then she remembers what the serving spoon must have hit. And so she kind of forks around, moves it about, and she discovers a whole tooth.
Oh. I'm going to interject at some point.
Isn't that your worst nightmare? You at a potluck and you find somebody's tooth.
Yeah.
I was going to say fingernail, but I was like, I don't know. A tooth feels like it would actually like...
Really kind of surprised you didn't say the whole ass denture.
No. Because I feel like that would be noticeable. That's like a little too far-fetched. So yeah, a whole tooth. She screams.
And I interject. As she begins to scream, she hears her boss say, "Wait, everybody, before you go to dig in, we forgot to say grace." She says, "Shit. Okay." So they all gather around, join hands, and they say their grace. And everybody says amen. And then she meanders back to her desk.
While mumbling, saying, I really don't think that that's really appropriate for the workplace.
It's not a proper Thanksgiving without somebody,
I guess,
enforcing that everyone say grace.
Anyway, back to the tooth. So she finds the tooth and screams. And all of her coworkers at the same time jump up. I don't know. Some guy named Ron. I think I'm losing the plot. I'm getting tired. Some guy named Ron rushes over. What's wrong? She's like, there is a fucking tooth in this food. Ron, which one is it? The dressing. Ron confesses, I brought that dish. But my wife made it.
Okay. Do you have somewhere else you're going to take this?
No,
that in?
Take it over.
So in 5 minutes time, you hear him off in the corner on his phone. Barbara!
You know Ron and Barbara just having a good time.
You done lost your fake tooth in the dressing and someone found it. Did you see that?
No.
She was trying to knock the coaster in the floor.
I told you, she's a thief. She's a thief and she's a menace. Look at her. She'll take it. She'll knock it in the floor. That's why I have to put them in this drawer.
Anyway.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, you can go back.
Okay.
Unless you want me to take over.
No. Ron, what do you mean? I have all of my teeth. Someone found a tooth in the dressing. I don't know how that's possible, Ron. I made sure
All of my teeth are accounted for.
I made sure. Like, this is terrible. This is awful. I've got all my teeth, Ron. I don't know how that could have possibly happened. It makes no sense. Are you sure it was my dressing? Yes, Barbara, it was dry. Well, Ron, you did not have to say that. You did not have to take it there, Ron.
I just keep hearing, like, Tammy, Barbara?
So anyway, Barbara ruined the potluck that Thanksgiving. And HR made a rule of no more potlucks at this establishment.
And the mystery of the green marshmallow covered dish continues because no one knows.
Until next time. In the next installment of the Thanksgiving potluck bandit. Oh hell. Oh hell. Okay, there's one.
All right.
Your character's father stands up to give a speech at Thanksgiving. What he says next surprises everyone.
Oh yes. Okay, you start it.
Okay, I'll start this one. Before we eat, can we say grace? Dad leads, then proceeds to let the eldest son say grace, which he does. Everybody says amen. Father, I have an announcement to make. Okay. He does stand up, so I was making sure that he stands up. So Father stands up in front of his beautiful family of 7 children and his wife and some of their grandchildren at the kiddie table. You know. I don't know. Does he want to say he's gay?
I got it. You ready?
Go.
So the children range in ages. We're going to say they're older, okay?
Yeah.
Children range in ages from like 16 to 25, okay? So he stands up and he's like, I have an announcement. And this is going to come of a shock to all of you. And I just wanted to let y'all know that your mom and I are not getting a divorce, but this is in fact a lavender marriage. I, in fact, do have a boyfriend that lives up the street who, after dinner tonight, I will be leaving to go spend the remainder of the holiday with. And your mother, in fact, does have a girlfriend that lives next door. And the youngest child stands up and goes, I knew Susan was gay!
Not Susan.
All right, your turn.
The middle child, yet to be identified. It was the haircut, wasn't it? That's how you knew that she was gay, right?
No, it's because she owned a Subaru.
The youngest, not the Subaru.
The youngest is 16. Oh.
The Subaru. Shit. I feel like my creative energy has just been zapped.
And we all just overlooked the fact that Mom played on a softball team with her.
And that's how they met. The table erupts in chaos. All the kids start just yelling things all at the same time at their parents. Dad, whoa, whoa, whoa. Everybody calm down. Nothing changes. We're just not in secret anymore. Where everything's staying the same. Nobody's going anywhere. Nobody's moving out. Nobody's getting divorced. Nobody's going to court. Nobody's doing this. Nobody's doing anything. We just wanted to be open and honest on this Thanksgiving. Are you trying to rob me? Get out of my stuff. I swear to God, you were the worst cat I've ever had. Look at her. She's over there trying to steal. Anyway, the dad's trying to calm everyone down. The oldest is pissed because they feel like that this secret has been kept from them their whole lives. It's what, 25 years? 25 years of... Hey, get out of my stuff. You're ruining it. Sleep on your pillow. I'll collect you when it's time to go to bed. Anyway, the eldest, pissed, stands up, throws a napkin on the table, goes to walk out. Dad follows. You take it over. I'm tired.
As they get to the front porch, the dad looks at the oldest and says, "You put on a good show, sport. Like you didn't already know." And the oldest says, "Well, I had to keep up the facade because Mom doesn't need to know that I've known this for like 6 years because I caught you and quote unquote Uncle Billy in the kitchen all those years back." And Dad says, I appreciate it. You know, that was awesome. So then they give each other a hug because, you know, they have to keep up the facade. So the oldest leaves.
Yeah.
Dad walks back into the house. And it's calmed down a little bit, just, you know, slightly. And it seems as though the youngest at the ripe old age of 16, as 16-year-olds will be slightly dramatic about things. It seems to be the most upset about the situation. However, the middle child has now calmed the 16-year-old down in saying, okay, look, it's just really not that bad. Like, we're going to get all spectrums of all the things here. Like, Mom can teach us the more manly of things, and Dad can
I feel keep like we're us stereotyping here.
Dad can keep us in fashion, okay? We're good. It's fine. It's fine.
I feel like we're definitely stereotyping here.
I mean, in a lavender marriage, what do we expect, okay? Let's really be serious about it. Anyway. So then the youngest is like, okay, I think I've finally come to terms with the situation, but I do have questions. And the mom and dad are like, okay, shoot, let's do it. Like, yeah, hit me with it. And the youngest says, okay, like, so like, why did this even, how did y'all even get into this marriage if this is not what you wanted? And they're like, you know, our families just don't approve. So
you know how the Godbothers are.
We had to do something, you know, to get them off our backs. And then like your dad and I were best friends, so we just went with it. And you know, health insurance was an issue, so like cheaper rate if we got into it together. Okay,
yeah,
because that's how it was back in the day, not anymore.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm assuming this is like set in the 90s too, so it's like
we'll do that.
Not like cell phones and stuff.
Right.
And being more accepting.
So the youngest is like, okay, all right, that's cool. I understand. Now here's my second question. if this was in fact Dad if you're into dudes and Mom if you're into girls, how in the hell did we come about? How did we get here?
Oh, good question.
And then the middle child's like, you know what? That's a good question. Can y'all explain this? Because, like, you know, most people have, like, pictures of Mom when they were pregnant, and there are none of those. And the mom's like, oh, we didn't even think about this. Back to you.
I love how this was not a thought out plan. This would be a very good time to inform all of you that you're adopted. We always wondered why we had a black brother. And then somebody else says, well, I kind of figured that he was adopted, but, you know, we're very culturally diverse in this family. No, I'm not going to say that.
You already did. It's out there.
We'll take that. Let me reel that back in.
Redacted.
Redact it. I can't think of anything. I've lost the plot. I fear.
So they're like, you know, okay, that answers a lot of our questions that we've had throughout our lives because, like, none of us are like you guys, really and honestly, and we don't look alike. So that's cool because we got like one sibling who's black, we've got one sibling who's blonde and blue-eyed, we got one sibling that's kind of like darker skinned.
We got one sibling who's black.
You done said what we kind of figured. I'm just going along.
I got it.
And then we got one sibling who's like, you know, brown skin, dark, you know, just real tan.
Yeah.
And the other, you know, this blonde hair, blue eyes, super pasty.
Yeah.
So
basically, none of these. That's why there's like no chaos involved in this unveiling of everyone's adopted,
right?
Because it was kind of already assumed without having been discussed,
right? So they're like, okay, you know, that makes sense. We're cool with it.
Yeah.
And so
we could have just made them foster parents.
Well, we didn't.
Oh well. Anyway. Okay, moving on.
So then the youngest says, okay, but like, what about our oldest sibling that left earlier? Are they aware? And they're like, yeah, I mean, just like you guys assumed, we would assume that they knew.
Yeah.
So the kids are like, okay, so can we meet Dad, your significant other? And he's like, you already have. And they're like, what do you mean? And he's like, Uncle Billy. And they're like, excuse me? I would have never known. Uncle Billy is like, he's the handyman that comes and fixes all the things. And he fixed Mom's car. And, you know, we just never would have guessed. And Dad's like, yeah, that's what I find appealing about him is that he's very manly, very, very musky, very handy.
Musky?
I don't know. He's got that man musk. You know, some people find that attractive. Not me. But, I
don't enjoy the natural scent of a man.
Some people do. Some people do.
It's gross.
So then the kids are like, okay. And then they all, you know, they're sitting there, they're having their meal, they're having a good time, everything's calm. And then the kids go, one of them says, so now I have another question. And they're like, okay. And they're like, okay, so all those products in the bathroom, all the hair products, we've assumed all these years that they belong to Mother. Is that truly the case? And the dad's like, hell no. You think I get this set of this hair,
these luscious locks
naturally? Hell no. This comes with a lot of work, sweetheart. Period.
I love how we've gone from like regular old parents to they're gay as fuck. Dad's super effeminate now. Mom's apparently very butch. All the signs were there. Nobody talked about it.
Let's give Mom a name. Her name is Leslie. I like it. Leslie and Susan.
They just really like to go to softball games together. They've got season passes to the local women's softball league.
And they get there
and nobody ever thought it was weird.
Right. They drive in Susan's Subaru.
Oh, Lord.
I think that's all I got.
Yeah. Anyway, they all lived happily ever after. Do we have any other prompts? Oh, look, it's 1:00 again. That's crazy.
How long has this episode been thus far?
41 minutes.
Okay.
We're actually pretty good. Maybe we'll just leave it with the 2 stories. Maybe we can just talk about some things we are grateful for in the month of November.
I like it.
I am grateful for having a roof over my head, that I am slowly but surely improving.
I'm
grateful for that.
I'm also grateful for a roof over my head. Although sometimes it pisses me off.
Of course.
But it could be worse.
It comes with the territory.
I'm trying not to do the stereotypical family, friends.
Right, because it's obvious that I'm grateful for family and friends.
Right.
I'm grateful that we have steady work at work, because that's job security for me. Because if I don't work, I don't get paid.
Right.
So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for Willow not stealing my stuff.
She's turkey catting.
She'll find any little pillow and lay on it. It's very cute.
I am grateful for the adventures that I've had over the past year.
Yeah.
I'm grateful that we are able to travel as much as we have been able to.
Yeah. I would say the same, because I've been on 3 trips this year.
Yeah.
So that's been pretty cool.
I'm also grateful for our listeners.
Yes. Because I feel like we're increasing our weekly number.
I do too.
So I look at our download numbers at least once a week, usually on Thursdays, because that's when I see the biggest spike, increase. Yeah. But we're up to, on Thursdays, we're up to an average of 27 to
6, 7.
Between, don't even get me started. We're between, I would say between 20 and 30 listeners on Thursdays now, which I think is cool. It's not a lot of people, but I think it's cool. But there's very seldom days now with 0 listens. Almost every single day has at least 1 listen.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
And the lifespan of our podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Is that's surely not. No. We've had over 6,400 downloads.
Yeah.
With 160 episodes, which is unreal.
Yeah.
As of recording this, when you guys are listening, it'll be more.
And honestly, I'm grateful for our commitment to this.
Right.
Because we could have at times we've struggled with ideas or whatever, and we could have been you know what? Let's skip a week. But I feel like we have made an effort to not skip weeks so that we don't make it a habit.
At least one of us has lobbied for skipping weeks.
Yeah.
Looking in just the past year, we've had quite a few downloads just in that last year.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say that we've definitely grown more in the last year than we have at all. Because, like, and I mean, even in the, like, last 6 months or so. Because, like, we've gone from, like, maybe having 20-something listens a week versus, particularly on Thursdays, we see that number on Thursdays.
Right.
Which is really... Like, in the grand scheme, it's not a huge number. And, like, I realize this, but I think it's really cool.
I'm looking at, like, for the our stats in the past year. Our most downloaded episode has been the Native American folklore episode that we released on November 27th of last year.
Yeah.
And still, our second most downloaded episode is still baffling to me why it's so high. Is the Gatlinburg one. The Gatlinburg Ghost Stories one.
I think it's just because of, it's Gatlinburg.
Well, yes, but, and I guess...
Somebody in Illinois is really, like, shout out to whoever is in Illinois.
Hell yeah. I was going to the geolocation next.
Because somebody in Illinois is really, like, popping off.
We've got stuff in the UK, Australia. I mean, it's all over.
Brazil.
Yeah. We've got somebody in Czechia. Poland. 22 and other.
Shout out to other.
Right.
But yeah,
Texas is big on there too.
I just think that's really cool. And most of you are listening currently on Apple Podcasts. Because used to our biggest was Spotify.
But also narrow it down to where in Illinois it was being listened to? Granite City.
Yeah. Which that could also not be exact, but still really cool. But yeah, this also does not take into consideration our YouTube at all.
Right.
So, which our YouTube isn't quite doing, it's not like generating as many like views per episode as it was when we first started putting them on YouTube, but we hope to at least eventually start doing a visual format at some point in the future, probably the distant future, because we're going to convert my current shed into like the
pod shed,
a pod studio, and that is probably when we'll do like a set that doesn't require us having to like break down our tables and stuff every time. So
I was thinking about that today. Possibly when it comes tax return time.
Yeah.
May be able to designate enough to get us somewhat of a decent camera.
Yeah. That would be cool.
Maybe some lighting or something.
Yeah. I believe we already kind of have a light.
Okay.
So
we shouldn't need too much light in that shed.
I think some like overhead LEDs would be sufficient.
Right. I would like to get some ghost hunting equipment.
Yeah.
Specifically something not an app on my phone.
Right. Which also, too, if we ever do use that app again, we will not put that directly next to the recording phone. Because I was having to do the listen to get it, put into the system correctly to be able to upload it. And I was like, oh my God. I do think that those are some of my favorite episodes, though, because I think I'm hilarious. Especially when I've had a gummy. I just think I'm just on fire. Like, I had to keep because I was listening to them to make sure that they would even be worth uploading at work. And I had to keep pausing them because customers would come in and I'd be back there giggling at nothing.
I'm going to be so for real with you. After getting done recording it, I was like, we're not going to be able to use those.
And I think it's
especially the last one where we were at your place of employment.
No, I personally think that they're my favorite episodes because I think they're hilarious. Even if we didn't catch anything, we still had a good time.
Right.
I had a good time anyway. You can hear me crinkling my donut wrapper in the background. Danny was like, "Did you have a snack or something?"
Crinkle, crinkle, bitch.
I was like, I picked the noisiest snack in that gas station.
That was a good time. That was a really good time.
And I would like to do
that more.
Yeah.
I would like for us to go to like locations, like actual outside of.
Yeah, like outside of like our usual spots.
Maybe some hotels.
That would be cool. I know that there's a place not too far from here that's like kind of like a Victorian mansion that we could stay at overnight. That's like, it's like an hour and a half, 2 hours away. So I think like doing something like that that's like within a reasonable driving distance for just like an overnighter would be really cool.
I do want to get some type of equipment before we go.
Oh, for sure.
The one thing that I really want us to work on to use, I want to do the it was there and then it was gone as soon as I tried to talk about it. The Estes method.
Yeah.
I want to do that to see how it goes. I also am toying with the idea of looking into getting the infinity deck that Selena Spooky Boo uses.
Yeah.
I think that would be really cool. Have you seen it?
Mm-mm.
It's like a deck of cards, but they're like these big, massive discs. Yeah. And they literally only say yes, no. Like there's multiple cards that say yes, no, don't ask again, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And you put them face down, shuffle them around, and then you're using your intuition. Like someone will ask a question, and then whoever it is that's in charge of the deck uses their intuition, what spirit is guiding them to, and pick up, and that's the answer to that question.
Ooh,
I've seen her use it quite often.
I do feel like this would be very good, particularly like, because like because I was talking about this whenever I was in New Orleans, like how somehow, and I even kind of looked into it, like whenever I take a gummy and go, it feels like it amplifies whatever kind of sense I have. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I don't know if it's just like, maybe that's in my head. I was like, but you're fine. You're not, you don't take them because you're driving. And like,
I don't take them anyway.
Well, true. But like, you know, you're not under the influence of anything because you're in charge, basically. And so, like you're experiencing the same thing I am.
Right.
And so, like, I feel, and
I'm just out here raw dogging life in that way all the time.
And then, like, others in the room aren't experiencing what we're experiencing.
Right.
And so I feel like that method in that aspect would be good. But, like, I looked it up because I was like, I wonder if that's, like, a thing that other people experience. And apparently that is a thing. That, like, some people have posted on Reddit saying that, like, when they've taken, like a THC gummy or even a CBD gummy, they've felt like it's enhanced some sort of, like, psychic abilities. But yeah. So, I think that would be a good method for us in that aspect. Because it feels like, I don't know if it's just, because it's only ever happened at the shop.
Right.
So I feel like,
now we do get in tune in other locations.
Yeah. But I think that's like the place where it's been the biggest reaction, basically. Yeah. Because like, I mean, there was the time that Josh was like, I am not hearing what y'all are hearing. And I'm thinking I'm going insane.
I'm trying to figure out where I can buy that infinity deck. So she posted 4 weeks ago that the infinity deck was live. The deck was supposed to drop like another day, but they set the drop notification up on the wrong day. And on top of that, after it went out, the site crashed. In the past 1.5 hours, only almost 1 million of of people clicked the link. So I'm trying to figure out where said link is, because it's not the one in her bio. Goes straight to a book that she wrote.
Yeah.
To like the publishing thing. So I'm trying to establish where might that be.
I mean, there is one on Amazon, but
I don't want to buy it from Amazon.
I don't think it's like the same. It's got pictures on the cards.
It literally on the back of the card says Infinity Deck. So hold on. Here's a link tree to Selena. Book signing, pre-order. Infinity Deck. Here we go. Golly! $47.
I was going to say the one on Amazon was like $41.
I wouldn't want to buy it from Amazon just because I want to buy it directly from her.
Yeah.
It's got pictures and stuff on the back, but it says Infinity Deck on it. But they literally say yes, no, ask again, don't ask.
Yeah.
And I've seen her use them in quite a few of their videos because she's really in tune with that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's scary accurate. She uses the Estes method. Was that you?
Yeah, okay. I accidentally unmuted my...
She also uses the Estes method, and I think that would be cool as hell. But there's equipment involved in that. We're going to have to get like a spirit box, get whatever it is that she's using that like scans the radio waves.
Yeah.
Bro, I've been watching this dude, like his Facebook. I've sent you a couple of them. His Facebook reels or whatever come up. He goes and he cleans like headstones and stuff and goes to like different locations, but a lot of what I've seen is him cleaning headstones, and whatever he's using, I need to I'm gonna ask next video. I see I'm gonna comment and ask. Like he's just sitting there cleaning, and like these spirits are having full-on conversations with him, and it's crazy, and it's like scary accurate. Like the conversations, he'll ask something and then he gets a response, and it's in tune with what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Or like there was one where like he's cleaning the headstone of a child, and you hear a child's voice come through, and it's they're saying thank you or whatever's relevant to what's going on at the time, and it's insane to me. Like I want so bad. There was one, it was cracking me up. I think it's the one I sent you where he's in a haunted location, and the voice says, "You're high," and he goes, "I am."
Yeah.
But it's crazy. I see stuff like that. I really want to go to like different locations than what we're used to. I want to try different methods. I want to get different equipment. Because we've been operating off of just our intuition, our experiences.
Right.
We've got pendulums.
Yeah.
We've got my dowsing rods, but like it's never been anything that's like, we get some good stuff out of the pendulum sometimes.
Yeah.
It's hit or miss.
Right.
I'd still say the best definitive one we got was that time that we were here and Granny P like yelled.
Yeah. God, that feels like forever ago.
Right.
But yeah, I definitely think that like I would like to tap into more of like what I feel like I personally can do. And
we should get some chicory on top of your gummy. Hell yeah, sister.
That's the only thing though, is like, do you mean like ingesting it?
Yeah.
See, I just don't know about that because I don't like the flavor.
Well, you can down like a cup.
Yeah, I guess.
You'd be all right.
It tastes like sticks.
It does.
Like,
but you could down a cup enough to try and amplify what's going on.
I guess. Oh, that's what it was about that coffee I got him that he didn't care for. The one that's like wake the fuck up.
Oh, does it have chicory in it?
Yeah.
I did get the Cafe du Monde coffee and chicory one time, and I was like, I'm not a fan. I have to like sugar it down, add chocolate, you know, all the stuff.
Yeah, it's like bitter.
It is very bitter.
And it tastes like going outside and licking a tree.
But
anyway, follow us.
Facebook,
Instagram,
TikTok,
YouTube.
Email us at wondersofweird@gmail.com.
Oh, yeah. And don't forget to donate
donate some
to
food.
your local food pantries and all of that.
Feed the people.
Yeah.
Feed the people. Fill the bellies. Fed is best.
Yes.
Okay, bye.
Bye.